Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Well, I got a simple little project that came into the shop yesterday, and this is just another example of the small projects that don't get filmed all the time. I decided I'm going to film a few of these to give you guys a little bit more content. It's a fairly simple project, but it's a project. What we have here is a couple of stainless steel doors for an outdoor kitchen area. You can see you got a set of double doors right here, and they still have the paper on the stainless steel right here. That's what this stuff is. It just peels off once they're installed. And the same with the single door here as well. The problem is the barbecue unit was made out of CMU block, and which is fine. The openings are created for the doors. They slide right in. Everything is good. However, they face the front of the barbecue with stone, and now the mounting hardware is not long enough. When you put it in, it goes into the side of the stone, and that's not going to be good enough. It needs to extend farther in to tie into the block. So what we're going to need to do here is extend, it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8 on each one of these tabs. I'm going to make some stainless steel tabs that are about 2 inches longer than this right here, and we'll get those welded on, and then that should slide right into the opening, and they'll be able to attach that to the block. So that's what the goal is, and it just so happens, and this is why you hang on to everything. Well, this is why I hang on to everything I have, because you never know, one of these days you're going to use it. I stumbled across a job several years ago. I had a concrete job outside of the stainless steel factory. They were making, out of all things, kitchen and hospital equipment. And there was a bin there. It's all stainless steel, and they had a bin there of all kinds of cuts and drops and everything that was going to scrap. And I had asked the guy, hey, do you mind if I have a handful of some of this stuff to practice my stainless steel welding? The guy said, sure, take what you want. So it's been several years, and I've got that in my stainless steel section over there, and what that is going to be perfect for what we need for this project right here. They're 1.5 inches wide, the same thickness as this right here, which appears to be about 14 gauge, and that's what we're going to use to make these tabs. So let's get started on today's project. Today's video is sponsored by King Metals. They've got all your fabrication needs in one location. From hinges to hardware, balusters to metal decor, brass to aluminum, and a whole lot more. You name it, they've got it. Check them out today at kingmetals.com. Now let's get back to today's video. All right, this is my scrap metal supply, and I have got stainless. I've got, this is pretty much all stainless, copper and brass in here. I have aluminum over here, mild steel up there and down there, and this is what I'm talking about right here. Here is some of the stainless steel scraps that I picked up, and this is going to work out perfect for what we need. I'm just going to grab a handful of these right here. I think we need a total of 16 pieces, about 3 inches long. So we'll just see if we can get all that out of this. If not, I've got more where that came from. All right, well, there we go. Like I said, a couple of 1.5 inch pieces of stainless right here. And you can see what I'm doing here is I just grabbed a handful right here. I think there's 4 pieces here. And I'm wrapping tape around, stacking them all together. And I'm going to attempt to just cut everything right here with this. By taping it together, it's a good way of holding everything together and keeping everything nice and accurate. Got it over to the bandsaw. Of course, this is stainless. A little bit of a challenge, but you can see went through there pretty good. I don't know, there's different qualities of stainless, I'm sure. Some are harder than others. But by taping it together, it holds it together really nice. And, you know, for multiple pieces like this, this worked out pretty good. Just over to Burking and just rounding the edges. And I'm going to take advantage of the tape and still keep everything taped together. And get it over to the mill. And I'm going to just pop some holes in here. These are going to be mounting holes. These are 1/4 inch in diameter holes. Will be enough for the hardware they're going to use to attach it to the block. You know, like I said, it just keeps everything, the tape just keeps everything uniform and together. It's just something that you can do when you have multiple pieces like this. It's worked out all right. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a little chamfer tool right here, kind of deburr things a little bit, and now I'm taking the tape off, and then I'm also gonna peel off the plastic coating that is on the stainless right there, and then I also deburred the back side of those brackets as well. Now there's only 8 of these for this. I also cut 8 more for the other drawer off camera. I didn't think you needed to see all that. And this is the way I'm going to tackle this here, just clamping it to the door and putting 2 pieces on all 4 sides. And I'm using 308L for this, and this was the first one I did. And I was trying to figure out, okay, how much weld do I really need to put on this right here, and how is this going to work? Should I get across the bottom? Should I get across the back side? And so for the first 2 right here, I just put, you can see what I did both sides of the bracket, and then I came across the bottom as well. And that's okay, but I don't think I need that much. So I did 1 more, I think, like that, and then I switched things up a little bit. It's just some of the things that you learned, as you go along here, of what's going to work and what's not, And then for me, doing stainless steel welding like this and honing my skills a little bit in stainless is a challenge, and I like that. And that's the beauty of these small little projects. You're not doing the same thing twice, if you will. I do a little bit of aluminum, a little bit of stainless, a little bit of silicon bronze. I do MIG, stick. I do all applications, and that's what's fun to me. I don't do a lot of everything. I do, well, mostly MIG, but when it comes to TIG, it's always a challenge, whether you're doing aluminum or like this is stainless. I mean, for me, if you don't do stainless every day or you don't do aluminum every day, it becomes a little bit of a challenge, and I just like to just try to do the best I can here. So you can see that I've switched over now. I'm just going a weld down both sides of the bracket, and that definitely seems to be enough to be very strong, and I don't need to go across the bottom right there. Some guys, you see this all over the internet where they're doing stainless, and you got all those rainbow colors. Well, I don't know. There's a combination, I believe, of gas and amperage and maybe filler material or even maybe different qualities of stainless. I don't really know, but I didn't get that color here. Maybe I was too hot. I don't really know. But nevertheless, again, it's a learning curve. And then welding vertically or up and down also provides maybe a little bit of a challenge. At least it was for me. It's a lot more difficult than it is welding in the flat position or the horizontal position. But that's what we're doing this for. That's what I'm doing it for anyway. I got that little machinist square, and just be sure everything is nice and plumb, and I got the same distance all the way around, equal spacing, so it looks pretty good. I'm operating off the HTP 221 Invertig on this one. This is the air-cooled torch. Not a lot of welding right here, being the air-cooled with just the single hose right there. It's a lot better maneuverability for me. And I think I mentioned the 308L. And argon, probably about 20 CFH on that. All right, well, that's the way that turned out on that one right there, and that's going to work just fine. Again, a good little learning experience. And then this is just a small man door, kind of the same thing. You can see those, you might catch those brackets off the edge of my welding table there. That was from a previous video. Again, I'm just all these small little projects that come into the shop. I just never film these things because, I don't know sometimes if it's even worthy for content, but still, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to just put these small little videos together. It's just something, and hopefully you guys can learn a little bit from this. It's just like anything you do. If I had 100 of these to do, by the time I got to the 99th one, that's when you get it figured out, and then the last one, then you never do it again. But here I am at the very end of this one right here. This is only 2. This is like 15 or 16 brackets that I'm finishing up on here, and the more you do, the easier it gets. And when I got to the end of this project, everything seemed to go pretty smooth. And, like I said, with the air-cooled torch, you can see the maneuverability is just a lot better than it is with the water-cooled torch. It's just a lot easier to get around. And I'm just ready for the next project here, whether it be stainless aluminum or mild steel or silicon bronze, whatever it is. I'm up for the challenge. It's always fun to do something different. Nothing's the same here at the shop, and that's what I enjoy about this stuff. All right, down to the last little one right there, and that ought to do it. And there they are right there. Simple, complete, simple little project. It turned out good, and everything. The customer was happy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.